Hi everyone, it's Little Blue and you're listening to my podcast, aka Little Blue, and it is Sunday evening, meaning I have done 2 consecutive podcasts in a row, and I feel like I'm getting back on track to being a daily podcaster, which is just an amazing feeling for me. Sad but true. And yeah, it's Sunday, meaning new fresh week tomorrow. So I'm going to be setting some goals tonight, I think. I really need to start doing this again. I need to be more positive about myself, be more motivated, be a little bit more organised, because I think you can, you fall behind, don't you, when you're not feeling as sort of mentally, what's the word? When you're not as happy, when you're just feeling like you're losing it a little bit. So yes, I'm getting back on top of things, and that is making me feel 100% better. So much so. Another thing I want to start doing in my podcast on a Sunday is asking you, the dear listener, what have you done this week that has made you proud, or you feel that you have achieved this week? I'd love to know. So I'm going to be popping weekly posts over on Instagram, so you can answer it there. If you're listening on YouTube or one of the channels where you can drop a comment, yeah, just answer it. So what have you done this week that has made you proud, or you feel that you've achieved something, or that you've progressed in something? I'd love to hear those positive stories and sort of like, yeah, things to cheer us all on. For me, I personally feel like I have conquered a little bit of social anxiety, and it is where parenting is concerned. So I've been having a good old think about how I parent, because baby Blue does like to play up, and I've noticed she plays up more in public than in private. And it was just a fleeting thought that came to me. I wonder if she does it on purpose, because when she does it in public, I become very socially anxious, and when I become anxious, my PTSD is triggered. When my PTSD is triggered, I am spiky, I am short, and I just want to get out of there. So I have made a real conscious effort that when she starts doing it, I take a nice deep breath, I look at her, and I say, okay, you handle it that way. I'm going to walk away until you're ready to talk to me calmly. And since I have started doing that, and I have remained calm on the surface, not necessarily on the inside, she literally goes, oh, that's not working. And she will stand up, calms down, come and talk to me. And it seems so obvious and so simple, but yeah, now I am calmer in those social situations. It seems quite, our relationship's definitely improved. We talk to each other a lot more. There's a lot better communication, and it's lovely. It's a really lovely feeling. And the proof is in the pudding, because a friend of mine actually said to me recently, she goes, I love the way you handle her when she's playing up. You're really good with her. And people have often said that to me, and I've gone, oh yeah, okay. And not really taking it on board. But she said, no, when she plays up, you know how to handle the situation. You don't just flip your lid and want to go home. You sit there and you work it out, and you're so good with her. And to have that sort of heads up and to have it explained to me was real confidence boost. And it's really helped me, because now when I'm in those situations, I think, yeah, I can handle this. And it's almost becoming a second nature. Yeah, I can handle this. This isn't anything. And I'm not getting socially anxious. I'm genuinely not feeling it in the pit of my stomach or in my back or wherever you feel your anxiousness. And I just think, oh, it's another thing. It's just her doing her thing. I'll let her calm down, blah, 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 blah. And I go through the motions, and it's brilliant. It's just brilliant. So I'm proud of myself, because I have conquered one element of my social anxiety, which is phenomenal, really, for me. And I think that little attitude or way of thinking when you're in a socially anxious sort of moment, it doesn't necessarily have to be just parenting I'm talking about. It could be anything. So There could be a stranger that's making you feel really uncomfortable. It could even be something on social media where you're getting really horrible comments. The best thing to do is to go, okay, that's what you think, that's what you want to do. Once you've had your little calm down, I'm going to be over here if you want to talk to me like a normal person. And just to stay calm and walk away is often the best thing, especially on social media, because by commenting on their comment, it keeps bumping them up the list and more people will see it and they'll get more airtime. And that's how things go a little bit out of control and viral. So the best thing to do is go, oh, right, that's your opinion. I'm going to ignore you. And then if they want to continue trying to sort of pick at you and sort of provoke you, they look like the a-hole, not you. And the best thing about social media, if they want to keep doing it and keep being a complete and utter poo head, block them. Block them, report them. Yeah. Et voila. And there dies the troll. Because that's all it is. They're not really meaning what they're saying half the time. They just want to get a reaction out of you. It's the same with kids. It's the same with people in the street who just like to cause trouble. Sadly, they exist. But the best thing you can do is take the moral high ground and just say, okay, walk away. Don't let it rattle your cage. Bullying at school, actually, as well. I think that's how I used to handle bullies. I never used to let them get to me. And I'd be like, all right, okay. And just walk away from them. Because it's when you let it get to you that it really starts to get too much. And I know sometimes it is just impossible to ignore it. But yeah, I think that is, for me, that's a little tip on social anxiety. So yeah, that's what I am proud of this week. I'd love to hear what you're proud of this week. I do have an email address, aka.littleblue@gmail.com. If you want to email me anything. I also would like some questions. So maybe I could do a bit of a Q&A podcast one day in the week. I've actually got a poll over on Instagram stories now. So if you're listening to this on Sunday evening or maybe Monday morning, pop over to my Instagram. You can pop it in there as well. Drop me an email, comment on this podcast. But yeah, I'd love to hear any question. Like it could be a stupid question, like what do you prefer, this or that? Yeah, let me know if you want to know anything, or maybe it's some advice you'd like. Maybe you've got PTSD and you've got a little bit of an issue, don't know how to handle it. Don't make it too personal, don't make it unkind, and yeah, I will feature the summit, and if you want to be anonymous, let me know. So yeah, and also today, this was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Today is International Women's Day. I'm not 100% sure what that means. To be honest, I haven't looked into it, but I have bought a t-shirt. My lovely internet friend, Andy, at Andy's Boutique UK, has just released a load of International Women's Day t-shirts, and she's got a competition if you would like to win them too. So pop over to her Instagram and her Facebook page. Actually, it's running on both. But before I saw that competition, I bought one. It's really cool t-shirt. It says "You are," and then you can choose 5 words to sort of encourage women to believe in themselves. So I think my one's the standard one. It says something like be kind, be courageous, be strong, and things like that. It's just all things like that, and you can choose whatever 5 words you want. And yeah, tailor the colours, the colour of the print, the colour of the t-shirt, which I've done. I think I've gone for like a purpley burgundy colour. Yeah, really sounds great. I can't wait. And I also ordered another snuddy, which is a snood hoodie, if you don't know. And I love my snuddy. I was wearing it yesterday, and when I wear my hoodie, which I'm wearing today, it does not feel the same. The hoodies are thinner than the snuddy. So I've ordered the Be Kind one, which I asked people, should I buy this? 100% said yes. Great. But I love it, so I can't wait. And it just says Be Kind. I've got it in a navy blue with, I think, copper. It's either copper or rose gold print I've gone for. So yeah, another lovely thing to look forward to. And if it turns up around Mother's Day, it might be my Mother's Day present from Baby Blue. We shall see. But yeah, International Women's Day. Who has inspired you? Which females in your life have really inspired you, or just made you see the world in a completely different way. I mean, I've got so many amazingly strong and beautiful, wonderful friends, some of which listen to the podcast. Love you all. You know who you are. But I would say Baby Blue inspires me every day. She's only 4 and she gets life. The innocence of children is amazing and I love it. And I'm learning so much from her. It's crazy. I never ever sort of thought that way about parenting until I became a parent. She is just a big bundle of positivity. When she walks in a room, she doesn't care that they're strangers. She'll say hello. Obviously, I'm teaching her stranger danger. Don't you worry. I am teaching her that. But she'll walk into the room and say, "Oh, hi." She's so sociable and she'll ask questions and she'll talk to people. If there's a dog, she'll ask if she can stroke it and then she'll talk to the people. And it's so lovely to see. It is so lovely. And yes, there are elements of stranger danger. And like I said, I am going through that with her. But she brightens up a room. She wave at people as we cross the road because they've let us cross the road. And I always say to her, give them a wave. And she gives them a wave. And she sometimes blows them a kiss. And it makes people happy. It makes people smile. And it's just beautiful. And yeah, I think we should all be a little bit more positive and giving. And don't forget to say thank you and be grateful. And just this big ball of positive energy and optimism. It's just wonderful. And yeah, she's so kind. She's so considerate. It's wonderful watching her learn how to be empathetic with people as well. Absolutely love it. So yeah, she is my inspiration. But there's so many inspirational women in the world. I went for a tour at a local National Trust place called Poleston Lacey. And I've been to Poleston so many times and I've been around the house so many times, but I've never actually done a tour. And he spoke a lot about the woman. Me and my friend, we do think he was a little bit in love with her, the way he spoke about her. But her and herself, her name is Margaret, I hope I pronounced this right, Granville, something along those lines. And she was an illegitimate child whose father owned his own business. I believe it was a brewery in Scotland. And he himself was an amazingly kind and generous man, very sociable. And she inherited that. Although when he died, she inherited a lot of money, but he also taught her the values of working. He also taught her the values of being kind and being this. And her story was just incredible. And she was friends with the Queen's parents. They actually had their honeymoon at Poleston Lacey. And I often wonder, did they name Princess Margaret after her? You never know. I need to look it up actually. But I just kept walking around the house and seeing pictures of her and thinking, for your era where women didn't have property, where women didn't have anything, she was just inspirational. And he actually said her father paid her the biggest kindness by not saying, oh yeah, she's a girl, just casting her aside and dressing her up in fine jewellery and all of that. He taught her the values of living and he created this wonderfully inspirational woman. So yeah, look her up. Look up Poleston Lacey as well. If you are ever in Surrey, I do recommend it. It is a beautiful house and the grounds and the views from the grounds are just rolling hills and it's brilliant picnic spot. Brilliant for picnicking. Come over in the nicer sunnier months. But yeah, so love to hear who your inspirational woman is. I'll pop a little post over on Instagram, but drop it in the comments, drop me an email, akalittleblue@gmail.com. But that is all I have time for today. I will see you tomorrow for another podcast. And I hope you have a great weekend. Remember, Monday morning, set yourself some new goals. And here's a little tip for you. Start the day positive by going onto YouTube or whatever you want to do. Find a funny video to watch, because it always really cheers me up. Something that makes you actually laugh out loud to your belly. Because that will start the day on a good note and it can only be good from there, really, can't it? So yeah, start yourself with a great video, whether it's a comedian, a podcast, just a silly you've been framed type video on social media. But anyway, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.